Breaking news. Welcome to Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman, sentenced to life in prison for the murder for hire killing of his nephew. Former Welcome to Sweetie Pie star James Tim Norman was sentenced to life in prison Thursday in St. Louis after being convicted of arranging a 2016 murder of his nephew Andre Montgomery, who was 21 years old, in order to collect a life insurance payment. In September, Norman was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, and conspiracy to commit fraud. The 43-year-old star alongside Montgomery in the long-running own reality show about their family's soul food business in St. Louis. Though Norman did not speak on his behalf at the sentencing hearing, his lawyers submitted letters requesting leniency from family and friends, including the mother and Montgomery's grandmother, Robbie Montgomery, per the Associated Press. I don't know whether Tim did what he was accused and convicted of, wrote Robbie, who founded the Sweetie Pie's restaurant chain. She continued, he is still the baby that I bore, and I love him as every mother involved loves their child. During the trial, prosecutors argued that Norman was responsible for arranging murder for hire plot when he hired two people to kill Montgomery on March 14, 2016. Then said he was when he was tried. Then said he then tried to cash a $450,000 life insurance policy that he had taken out against Montgomery's life, on which he was the sole beneficiary. Several of Montgomery's family members, including his mother, Mitchell Griggs, asked that Norman be sentenced to life per St. Louis Dispatch. U.S. District Attorney John A. Ross gave two life sentences, calling it a cold-blooded, incredibly premeditated, planned execution of your nephew. In June, Travell Anthony Hill pleaded guilty to shooting and killing Montgomery in a murder for hire plot orchestrated by Norman. He killed Montgomery in exchange for $5,000, which Norman instructed a friend to give him after the murder. Hill and another conspirator, Terica Ellis, testified against Norman during the trial. He was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder for hire and murder for hire. The 31-year-old was sentenced to 32 years in prison last October. In July, Ellis pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder for hire. The former exotic dancer admitted that she lured Montgomery out on the street that night of the killing and told Hill his location. Ellis, now 39, from Memphis, Tennessee, was sentenced to only 3 years in prison. A fourth person, insurance agent Wally Waby Wagner, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for helping Norman fraudulently apply for several insurance policies and file a claim on Montgomery's life insurance policy. Welcome to Sweetie Pies ran on OWN for 9 seasons from 2011 to 2018. Robbie announced that she had closed the chain's final St. Louis location after her son was convicted. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Judah News. Take care.